Well, hello and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful cabochon from start to finish with this beautiful, stunning blue-banded agate using a Vevor lapidary machine. Let's get started. So as you can see here, I've made some lines there so that when I start to dome the top, those will disappear, and that means that I've done enough. What I'm starting to do here is I'm just grinding the edges. It was a bit of a rough stone to begin with. Now, I'm free-forming this, so as you watch, there's no set pattern, no template that I've drawn on it. This is all going to be a free-form shape. As you saw earlier, I've attached the blue-banded agate to a dop stick with some dop wax. And what I'm doing here, I'm working on an 80 grit wheel, which is going to take it down to the preform very, very quickly. Just a word to the wise, you can't see outside this picture, you can't actually see my face, but I'm wearing a double filtered mask, and I'm also wearing eye goggles and ear protection. This stuff blows off a lot of dust, and you want to make sure and protect yourself. There's another thing you need to do is you need to learn to take your time and let the saw do the work. You'll also notice some water dripping from the top here. Make sure that you have lots of water going on the stone. It keeps it cool and it allows the saw to do its work. And some more words of wisdom as you're doing this initially and making your video. These grinding wheels against these stones make an awful loud noise. So what you can do after you've done everything is go back through your video, which I've gone over in a separate one that I put out earlier. And you can go down to the bottom to the microphone, press on the microphone, and you can change your noise level of the grinding down considerably. So it starts out at 100%. I've put the noise level of the grinding here down to 15%. So just a heads up for you. So here, after just a few minutes on the 80 grit sanding wheel, we've got the preform of what we'd like the outside shape of the cabochon to be like. Very shortly here from this, before we move on to the next wheel, I'm going to outline the middle of the stone, which I'll show you momentarily here, just so that you get an idea. It helps you to form a girdle to form your dome on the top. What you want to do here is lay your stone down on a flat surface. I like to use a kind of a fine Sharpie, and as you can see, I'm just marking it through the center of the stone. A little bit later, I skipped a part, and that is to grind at an angle down to this mark that I'm putting on the stone. So my apologies, but in the interest of shortening this video, I've skipped the third wheel and moved right on to the fourth, fifth, and sixth wheels, which I'll show you momentarily. So there's what the mark looks like, and we're going to angle grind the top of the stone to get to there. So as I said, and I apologize for that, I skipped the grinding on the 280 resin wheel. These are soft resin wheels, and with each wheel, as you can see myself doing here, I'm grinding the edge so that it has a nice routine glazed finish when I'm done. This wheel that I'm on right now is a 600 grit wheel. So bear with me a bit, we're just going to do some grinding on that. And the purpose of going from wheel to wheel to wheel, the first couple of wheels that we put on there, hard diamond wheels, and they put considerable scratches in the stone. So the next four wheels are soft resin wheels. And again, be patient, use lots of water, work your stone and work your stone. And you'll notice many times during the video, I take the stone away and I have a look at it through my strong LED light. And that's to see how the scratches are and how they're coming out. As you progress from wheel to wheel, you should notice considerably less scratches. If not, the good thing is you can always go back and restart a wheel and go back through the process. So always have a look, make sure that you're getting more and more of the scratches out. We're getting to a nice stage now on the 600 grit wheel. We're getting some nice shine to it. So I'm just about to move on. There we go, on to the 1200 grit wheel. Now, as you're working these wheels, you see I got lots of water going on there, and I'm trying to ease up on the pressure, but sometimes we make mistakes, we get a little excited, and boom, that happens. So I was pressing a little too hard there, and it simply fell off the dop stick. So I cleaned it up and remelted some wax, and I re-dopped the stone, dopped it back on. Now you'll notice momentarily that I'm really not satisfied with the amount of scratches that I've got out. So fairly soon here, I'm going to step back a wheel. I'm on a 1200 grit wheel right now. Momentarily, I'm going to step back to the 600 grit wheel just to get some of the scratches out that I didn't get out previously. That's the good thing about this. You can always go and have a redo. And as always, I want to take this time to thank you for taking your time to watch this video. If you're enjoying it, please like, share, and subscribe. It helps me make more like it in the future. Momentarily here, when I finish with the 600 grit wheel, I'm going to move back to the 1200, and then I'm going to move to the 3000 wheel to do the final finish. Now stick around till the end. It's only another minute or so, because I've got a very interesting way that I think I've discovered, I guess other people probably have too, on how to get your wax off at the end of this, and it takes a matter of 30 seconds to 45 seconds. I think you'll find it interesting. We're getting a really nice finish on this stone now, and there's very, very minimal scratches left, so it's time to move on to the 3000 wheel. And again, a reminder, as you move from wheel to wheel, you'll want to do the edges of the stone as well, so that everything is homogeneous, so that the shine looks the same throughout both the edges and the dome of the stone and the back of the stone. Thanks for your patience. We're just about done on the 3000 grit wheel. Now what we're going to do next is I'm going to take my handy dandy creme brulee torch, which is exactly what that is, very inexpensive to buy on Amazon, and I'm just heating up the wax just for a few seconds there. Now you'll see that I didn't quite heat it up enough, so I'm going to fire the torch up again and heat it up one more time. Once you get the stone to disconnect, there's still going to be a little wax on the stone. The easiest way to do that is just heat up small areas, take your wooden dopstick, and just scrape away the wax until you have a clean, finished appearance. Thank you so much for your time today. This is Rick from the channel, and Now What? Hope you enjoy your day.